You mentioned the defense carrying you, especially early, but it appeared, did you get some shots inside that you, in your opinion, your guys need to finish around the rim?
Yeah, I mean, if we get it there, we expect to finish. So I'd like to bat 1,000 in there if we can. So, and there's one, I think we got stripped early. Thought Potter got caught underneath the rim. We talked about using the backboard, and he said he was too far underneath the rim. Maybe using some pump fakes, getting some fouls drawn, and getting the line even more in that first half. So, yeah, I mean, anytime we get it there, we want to have something positive happen, and that's obviously more than just a missed shot.
Go over to Jim.
Greg, was that a pretty unique scout, especially considering they weren't even on your radar until a couple days ago? But just the way they played, did that make it a little bit different?
I don't know if it made it any different. I mean, and it didn't change in terms of time that we had because we would have used 2 days anyway. That's normal. And in today's world with technology, we can get access to film really fast. So probably the style that they played, we tried to replicate that a lot yesterday with some things in practice. And I thought our scout team did a really good job of giving us a good look, and might have been a faster pace in practice yesterday than it was today, just because we had to really accentuate and emphasize the ability to transition fast defensively and get the ball stopped. And we weren't perfect, but I thought we were that practice yesterday, I think, helped set the tone for how good we were going to have to be in transition.
Go over to Ben.
Greg, how do you evaluate what Aleem 4 has given you through 5 games so far?
Well, I mean, you always have to look to find ways to get better. Obviously today he gets in foul trouble the first half. Thought he gave some good things the second half, got to the line right away at the start of the second half, got feeling good by getting to the free throw line, seeing the ball go in, and then ended up knocking down some shots. I think the biggest thing is, these guys that we've had guys get in foul trouble that have to sit a lot. Unfortunately, we've got some depth to be able to absorb it and handle it, but it gets you out of rhythm. I mean, it puts you sit there for the rest of the half, and I put him back in, hoping we could get through the half and just, not get the third. And I don't know if the clock had even a minute off of it, and he got his third. So those are things that, we've got to minimize and reduce the fouling, and that'll keep us in better rhythm and a better flow. So I think with him, and we're playing him in a couple of different positions, continue to get better, but I think across the board, how can we eliminate some unnecessary fouls? That's I think might be line item number 1 right now.
Go back to Jeff.
Yeah, Greg, I'm sure you're going to say this was a team effort defensively against their point guard, but it also started with Trice, and I'm just curious, starting with him, how do you think he did in terms of containing that kid for pretty much most of the game?
Yeah, I mean, you hold Fats Russell to 3 for 14. I have to dig really deep into their box scores to find when he was held like that again. I mean, or since. I mean, he did a terrific job. Meach has guarded some really good guards, so this isn't his first lap around the track. He's seen some really good ones, and I thought he was terrific today. I mean, he got loose a little bit there at the end, but I thought both him, Trevor had him for a little bit, but I thought Trice really set the tone, and I thought we had him frustrated too. And I thought we did get by people. We rotated pretty well. We stopped the ball for the most part. We got him to take some tough shots. And I've seen him make a ton of tough shots in watching their 5 games, and I know he's a really good player in their league. But Trice set the tone, and then we were able to get a lot of help around it.
Go back to Jim.
Greg, you called the fouls unnecessary. Is that what you're seeing these last couple of games as far as the common theme? Is that just a lot of them are avoidable?
Yeah, I think unnecessary is the word I'm going to choose to use right now. If you can't print any other words that I might use. But yeah, I mean, just things that, we can't foul 94 feet from our rim. unnecessarily. There's going to be some bang bang plays. There's going to be the block charges. There's going to be the tug of war that goes on, the wrestling matches in the post. It's going to be physical. I understand that, and we know that. There's another category that we're addressing. I'm not talking about those. It's some of the other ones that we can, when you add them all up, that stops the clock, that puts them at the line sooner than maybe a team has earned to be there. So those are the things that we continue to address and point out and emphasize. And like I said, if guys want to be on the floor, don't get yourself in foul trouble. And there's sometimes no better teacher than having you sit for a long time.
Got time for two more. We'll go over to Zach.
Greg, excuse me. Greg, do you have any kind of update on the Louisville situation? And if they can't play this weekend, are you looking at any other options?
I don't know right now officially. Patrick, I don't know where we're at with all this. I don't know.
I think we're still exploring.
Yeah, I think we're still exploring. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts yet. I think we don't know yet when Louisville will happen or if it will happen. I really don't. I apologize, Zach. I don't have a great answer for you. We're trying to get things. Now, there's a lot of Northern Iowa still movable. Movable into the weekend is not possible, but moving and shuffling based on what happens with Louisville and where they're at with their medical components and their testing and their protocols and everything they're going through. So the team doesn't know who we're going to play next and when, and you don't know either because I don't know exactly. So we'll know, I think, more in the next, today's Wednesday, I would say in the next 48 hours into early, maybe Saturday, we might have a little better idea of how it's going to come to fruition, late over the weekend into next week.
We'll go last one with Jim.
Don't worry, our wives don't care when we come home or anything. I
Hey,
want to go back.
we got you the early game, so you've already got a bonus. That's when you have to rush on a print deadline, a copy deadline. Man, we're softball toss to you guys today.
Well, thank you for that. I want to go back to the fouls. Nate's been one of them that's kind of committed the most. Ironically, he becomes the all-time leader in block shots today, and I know some of them are probably going for blocks when you want him to wall up. Is it more than that though? Is he one of the guys making some fouls that are unnecessary?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes those decisions on what to do. There are, like I mentioned before, there's some bang bang plays, and Nate gets caught in some of those because he's usually the guy rotating. But there's a lot of, like I said, it's a total separate category of things that we can eradicate that will help us a lot in terms of not putting ourselves in jeopardy and foul trouble, not putting the other opponents at the free throw line as much, because those all add up. It's not one specific play, but it's a culmination or an accumulation of plays that are unnecessary. And whether that's trying to go for a rebound that you have no chance of getting, whether that happens to be an illegal screen, whether that happens to be, there's a whole category that don't involve maybe one-on-one physical play or a play on the ball that we can, as we reduce those, that'll benefit us greatly.